Hey, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. It feels like it's been ages since I last saw you, but I know you weren't feeling too good last time. How are you doing today? I know, it's hard. Would you know, I wanted to get you a little something, just because I know last time you could do like a little bit of a pickup. So I got you this. It's the Gucci Guilty Love Edition fragrance. It's beautiful. You're very welcome. That's okay. So today we just had a go at playing around with some makeup. Yeah? Okay. I see you've got a beautifully moisturized skin that you've just come in with. Yeah. It looks super luminous. I thought maybe what we could start with is some of this Sisley L'Integral Anti-Age Eye Cream. Yeah. Just to give a little bit of extra hydration just under the eye. And definitely as it is colder in this time of year, it just helps plump the skin, just giving that boost of hydration. So I'm actually going to use my fingers. And what I'm going to do is just tap, 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 tap. I just really want to press that moisturizer into the skin. And just to blend it all into the skin, I'm going to use a little eyeshadow brush and just carefully buff the remaining cream into the skin, just to make sure it's all being absorbed. And we don't want to tuck too much on the under eye skin just because it's so delicate. So just carefully buff the excess cream into the skin. And the same on the other side. There we go, perfect. So, I think we'll go straight into foundation if that's okay. Yeah, definitely. Well, we hadn't used it before, but I thought we could try the La Mer Soft Fluid Foundation. How does that sound? Yeah. The good thing with this foundation, it's going to be super luminous. It will give this nice, dewy finish to the skin, but it gives nice coverage as well. Okay. And what I'm going to use to apply this is actually a nice foundation brush. So I'm going to use this nice fluffy angled brush. And we won't use too much to start with. We'll just see how we go. I'm going to use some of the foundation and just tap and tap, tap it into the skin, just nicely dispensing the foundation across the skin. And then I'm going to start to buff it in nicely to the skin. Mostly starting on the center of the face and then working it to the outer perimeter. Yeah, sure, the shade that we're using today is number 23 Sand. Get it right onto the nose as well. Just buffing the foundation right in the middle of the eyes and just buffing it out onto the forehead. See as you can see in the mirror, it looks so glowy. It's beautiful foundation. There we go. Perfect. And I know we've tried a few different concealers over the time. Did you want to use one that we've used before, or would you like to try a new one? Okay, yeah, we can definitely try a new one. And I thought as we'd use the La Mer foundation today, maybe we could try the La Mer concealer. Okay. So the La Mer concealer comes in this stick format on here. As you can see, what we can do is apply this directly onto the skin, or we could put it onto a beauty blender. Okay. I might put it directly onto the skin. So we're going to just dab, dab, dab a little bit of this under the eye and just bring it slightly down the side of the nose as well. And the same on the other side. Just slightly under the skin. And always as well in the middle of the forehead, just bringing it up just to give that luminosity to the center of the face. Perfect. I'm actually going to go back with the same foundation brush that we just used and just start to diffuse that edge where we put the concealer. I'm not going to brush all the concealer in with this, but this just gives us a nice blend from the edge of the concealer into the foundation. There we go. And what I'm going to do for the main part of the concealer, where we haven't yet blended, is use our beauty sponge. So I've made this damp, it's not wet, it's just slightly damp. And then this I'm going to get right up under the eye and just press, 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 press the foundation into the skin. And what you can do is then just bring it back down into the foundation and just really give that flawless finish. The other side, again just pressing it into the concealer. And then again in the middle of the brows. Perfect. So what we'll do is just set some of this with some powder. So we're going to use the La Mer, the powder. And I'm going to get our powder brush and then just start to set the under eye mostly. And then just use the excess to set the rest of the face, because we still want to give nice dewy and luminance to the skin with the foundation that we've used. And the Lame foundation lasts so well, it doesn't, well, personally I don't find it needs to be set necessarily. But of course it's up to you if you wanted to, but just for today I think we'll just use this excess powder to set the rest. There we go. So next, I know we've used this before, we're going to use the Tom Ford Soleil Eye and Cheek palette. Because I know we loved these colours before. They're so stunning. I think we're going to go with like more of a soft, sultry look today. And maybe a bold lip. Okay. So how do you feel if we use a little bit of this warm golden tone? Yeah? Okay. So I've got some of the colour on my brush and I'm just going to start to buff this into the lid. It'd be a nice base colour. There we go. Get that colour really blended into the skin. Right up into the crease and then along the lash line as well. There we go. I think the next colour will go with this slightly more bronzy tone. How do you think? Okay. And with this we're going to concentrate more on that outer corner. And just give a soft depth to the eyelid. Really working that colour. And of course what you can always do as well is just bring that colour slightly out from the eye if you wanted to give it a slightly more elongated feel. There we go. Just really blend it into the skin. And I'm just going to grab a clean fluffy brush and then around the outside of the eye shape I'm just going to blend in any excess and get this really seamless eyeshadow blend into the skin. There we go. Perfect. And you know what we could do? Just to give a little bit of more kind of deep shading to the eye, we can use some of this darker shade. Okay, as you can see on the brush, it is gorgeous. Definitely more sultry, that's for sure. And I'm just going to blend that again. I'm not going to go quite as far into the eye as I did with the last shade, but definitely build up the outer corner again and just diffuse some of the edge, which looks beautiful. It's a really good shade to bring onto the lash line to give the eyes and the lashes that more, sultry. Let's add a little bit more to the lid. There we go. I'm just brushing this into the lid. I'm buffing. think that's almost done. I'm just going to use the glitter shade and just tap this onto the lid more in the center to give that real reflect to the eyelid. There we go. You could use a brush, but I definitely find that the finger works much better. So I think we'll move on to the eyebrows next. So I've got a new product to try today. It's the CRT London Micro Blade Brow, and it is in the shade Deep Brown. As you can see, it's got these 4 different spikes into the pen, and we can just draw into the brow. Really, really nice for filling in, and the colour is super natural. And the same on the other side. I'm just starting more from the inside and drawing those extra strokes into the brow, and then fill in the arch and just bring it slightly down. Just a little bit more on this side. There we go. I think now it's definitely time for some bronzer. So we're going to use the new Gucci Eclat Soleil bronzer. So I'm going to get our bronzing and powder brush. And this will be good to use as a soft contour because this bronzer is so soft. It's so blendable. And the scent is this really beautiful floral fragrance. It's gorgeous. Not too overpowering. I'm just going to chisel under the jaw. Okay. And chisel just under the cheekbones. But then bring up the bronzer onto the forehead and around the edge of the face. And then onto the jaw as well again. There we go, under the cheekbone. And bring up the excess and just bring it onto the forehead. And then back down under the jawbone. And then what we'll do, just to give it extra bit of bronzing, just slowly dust some bronzer down onto the nose in between the brows. Just very lightly, just to give an extra glow to the skin. And never forget the neck as well, just adding that extra tone. There we go. And I think now definitely we can add some blush and highlight using the Tom Ford palette. So with our powder brush, I'm going to get some of that blush and just press this and blend it into the cheeks. It's a really beautiful, almost like a soft coral blush, this one. And just blend that into the cheeks. It looks so pretty. And now I'll get this really nice highlighting brush and add some of this really stunning highlight shade onto the top of the cheekbones. And we can even bring it up slightly. And a little bit on the temple as well. Because we did say we were going for more of a glowy look today for sure. And maybe a little bit on the nose as well. There we go. So the only thing we've got left now is lip colour. And we did say we'd go for something bold. And I've just got one of the most beautiful colours I've ever seen. Now this is the new from Burberry. And I think this packaging is so stunning. The gold. The colour is a festive red and it's a liquid lip velvet from Burberry. Should we try? Okay. I'm actually going to use a lip brush to put this on just to really define the edge of the lip. As it's a red, we want that edge to be super sharp and crisp. I'm just going to line the edge of the lip first with the colour. Let's get a bit more. And now the lower lip. And then we can start to fill the colour onto the lip. And it is stunning. Red, but with this really glowy look. It looks so pretty. So we're just going to fill the lip with this shade. And just blend that colour across. There we go. What do you think? You like it? Yeah. Honestly, I think this is one of the nicest looks we've done together. No, you're more than welcome, honestly. But don't forget your gift. No problem. We'll have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Take care. Bye. Bye.